on. I'm about to get my Rambo on.
When they really couldn't get a handle on. Then when they see that Mr. Boy, they couldn't get
Steady, steady rocking all night long. Yo! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful night for America. You know why? The San Francisco 49ers defeated the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, indeed, folks.
Oh, I love it when a dirty bird loses, let me tell you.
Hey, let me tell you something. He sure is Purdy, let me tell you.
Yes.
Brock Purdy just continues to prove people wrong, man. They want Purdy to fail so bad. And he had a couple of interceptions today, but man, oh man, he still got the job done. That beautiful drive to give him the lead. That is all Brock Purdy. And the 49ers defense looked absolutely phenomenal.
They did.
Phenomenal today. So big win for the Niners. And we actually got news to talk about today. So that's nice. I'm not kind of coming on here shooting blanks. Hey, yo.
I can't believe it.
Why did I
And we
start
are
that way?
literally in the round robin, too. Just the time of year that this happened. And you play that? Damn.
Hey, man. Hey. Me and the soundboard, we're like white on rice. We just belong together, damn it. We just belong together. So, chat, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? A little designated spitters action for you guys today. And actually, we do have some conversation. We got a little bit of debate. Kind of wish Christian and Kev's new show was started soon because they were in our group chat today debating about news that's out there. Bo Bichette, Nico Hoerner.
Yeah.
Some fun conversations about that. Dude said, Pete, look, neither one of these fellas on this show are shooting blanks. Let me just say.
Not at all.
Neither one of these fellas here. We're not shooting blanks, all right? But
no.
let's jump right into this, man. Francis, you were like shocked. You were stunned by the news I'm about to throw on the screen right now. Actually ended right after my live. This came out right after my live.
Literally.
No, this is the wrong one. My bad. Here it is. We're right here. We're gonna go to the other Nico Hoerner stuff later. Third baseman Alex Bregman and the Chicago Cubs, 5-year agreement for $175 million, big ones.
Insane.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this caught me a little bit by surprise. I'm not going to lie to you. Not so much the geography as much as the money, believe it or not. And this was naturally before I knew about the deferrals. Now, with the deferrals, the true value of it being somewhere around 30 to like 31 and a half, I was like, okay, like I could see that. But even that, like still when it's all said and done, he is essentially getting paid $35 million a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's essentially, not even essentially, he's realistically going to make $175 million, like for his big contract in his career over a 5-year span, which to me is just a little bit wild. I mean, I get it. Bregman is a great bat, right? You're not going to hear me,
Good player.
you're not, I'm not going to talk down about the guy. Look, I mean, look, you see it right there. He's a representative, bat, and he's somebody who improves whatever team he would, be a part of. It's so interesting to me that a couple years ago you saw Houston, right? They pump faked on him.
Yep.
And then he goes to Boston. He looks great with Boston. And then a year later, Boston pump fakes on him. And Chicago says, no, you know what? We're all in. It's like, what?
Yeah. And it's so interesting with Bregman because if he didn't miss time, he probably has one of his best years in the majors last year with Boston. And I remember when he signed with Boston, I said, this guy's going to go off there. Like, this is a really, really good fit.
That you did.
And, crazy thing
feel
is,
the same way about Chicago?
I like the fit of Chicago because the park is kind of a bit of a bandbox. So I still think the pop's going to be there. And look.
As good as Boston, though?
No.
Okay.
Boston's an elite fit. And let me tell you somebody else that's an elite fit for Boston. Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette is a stupid fit for Boston. I mean, you talk about obviously having a chance to maybe win a batting title every year. Boston is a spot for a guy like Bo Bichette. Makes a lot of sense. Actually, hell, Cody Bellinger's a good spot for the Boston Red Sox. I mean, just about anybody that's still out there, it's a good thing for Boston. Like, they would fit pretty well in that ballpark. But the Bregman thing is interesting because he is such an old school type player. Like, you look at his baseball savant page, and it's very old school in the sense that he just puts the ball in play, squares the ball up, doesn't really chase, doesn't really strike out. Again, puts the ball in play. He could walk. He's a top of the order type bat. He could drive runs in. He plays good defense. He really is old school in that regard. And I think it's a big miss. I think it's a big loss for the Boston Red Sox not to get him back, especially with having the Roman Empire over there and then having a guy like Bregman, a leader,
Yeah.
you know, somebody like that could really put this team on the right track with some of the young players. I think it's a big loss for Alex Cora. And, you know, the Chicago Cubs are out there getting a little bit better. But what does it tell you before? Because this is an easy segue right into the Nico Hoerner conversation, but I don't want to go there yet. What does this tell you about the market? I mean, Michael Kay said it years ago about Juan Soto, and he was right. He said, hey, look, you can't say it's an overpay or whatever it is if there's teams that are actually offering it. He got that money. So does that kind of tell you that maybe the Yankees are just going to sit it out on these free agents because Bellinger wants 36, 37, 38 million, and this helps him.
Oh, this is a huge win for the Cody Bellinger market, because if you're looking at Bregman, Bellinger's a year younger, so that gets him at least one more year in his deal, and he's more versatile. Bregman plays third base. You're probably not moving Alex Bregman to shortstop or second base at this stage in the game. I don't think anybody was looking at him as a utility type infielder. Cody Bellinger is a year younger and can play left field, center field, right field, as well as first base, as well as being an impact left-handed bat in the lineup. I mean, when you put all that together and you compare what Bregman got, I mean, shit, how do you not say this is a win for Cody Bellinger? It 1,000% is. If you look at Bregman, he's getting 35, and I'm Cody. Yeah, I'm thinking 37 AAV. I'm thinking 37, 38 maybe, and I'm thinking at least 6 years if he got 5, whether Yankees fans like it or not. And I'm in the camp of people who don't like that for Cody Bellinger
I'm with
at
you.
all.
I'm not a fan of it at all. To me, I'm sorry, but like on anything like that, I pass.
For sure.
And I said it on yesterday's live. If the Yankees the rumor is out that the Yankees offered more than $30 million a year. That's the rumor that's out there. Apparently nobody's disputed that. That's kind of been out there.
Yeah.
If that offer is rejected, I leave. Like, to me, there is no other conversation after that, because I think we went far enough here.
I think
30, I wouldn't even go back.
30 is crazy to me.
Me too. I'm with you. We both
already.
Said that. Like,
when I heard 30, yeah, we were both in the chat saying the same thing.
Yeah.
30 is wild. And
so if you reject that, if you reject that, look, man, put the phone down. We're good. We'll move on. We'll make
God
some
bless
other moves.
and good luck.
Maybe it's like this Nico Hoerner situation where maybe one of these other clubs pick up a bat and they go, this guy's now available. Let's try to make a deal. So before we get into the Nico Hoerner stuff, which is now becoming very popular, and the Cubs have not really, shot this down and said that Nico's not going to be traded. But we'll talk about it in a little more detail. Anthony Medina says, what's up, Pete and Francis? Congrats again, Pete and Jira, on Little Santino. Much love to you guys. Just want to say I got my Stanley Cup before Crackle. Oh, man, I tell you what, those Stanleys are flying off the shelves again. I only got 5 left, guys. I only got 5 left. There they are right there. Francis has it. And hell, I didn't want to get into it this early, but we'll get into it this early. Here we go. Here it is, guys. MOIunderground.com. Go and get your Stanley today, guys. I only got 5 left. I got 5 left. Go get it. Don't wait for another restock to come in. You get yours today. You'll be good to go. The Stanleys are unbelievable. Amazing reviews on those Stanleys so far. So keep them going. Kyle Malay says, Cody and Boris can kick rocks. Steve Pena says, hi, guys. Happy birthday to my mom, Dukes, and my niece, Esmeralda. Much love to the best community in the world. Mama Pena, we love you, baby.
Yeah,
we love you, baby.
Happy birthday to Linda. God bless. Enjoy your day.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So happy birthday, Linda Pena, the one, the only. But let's have a conversation here, right? Because there's rumors. As it started today with Pat Rangazzo says, sources, Yankees reached out to the Cubs about infielder Nico Hoerner after the Alex Bregman signing and have legitimate interest. Now, if you don't know about Nico Hoerner, right? Nico Hoerner is kind of in the lines of guys like Alex Bregman, guys like Bo Bichette, where they're a little more old school type players, right? They put the ball in play. They can run. Well, Bo can't really run that great, but Nico Hoerner can run good. He can steal bags. He plays very solid defense. And
much better defender than Bo Bichette.
Way better defender than Bo Bichette. Yeah. And you ready for this one, Francis? He could play shortstop.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
So, again, not a guy that stings the shit out of the baseball. He don't hit line drive bullets all over the place. He's a bit of a pull guy. But he puts the ball in play, meaning he's going to find hits. He's going to find holes. And for the Yankees...
I'm sorry, he's going to find what?
Hey, yo. I mean, look, man. He's going to find spots open, all right? He's going to find some spots open. But Nico is a guy like that. I mean, he could come into this club, and we've been begging the Yankees to simply go out there and say, can we get some guys ahead of Aaron Judge that have a good batting average, that can actually get on base like a 350, 340 clip? He's a right-handed hitter. It's everything that, Brian Cashman and the Yankees have kind of come out and said what we need. And look, it makes Anthony Volpe's life a whole lot more difficult.
Sure does.
Caballero's a guy where the Yankees have kind of came out and said, we don't really think he's a full-time player. Well, Nico Hoerner is.
He's an everyday guy.
So I want to run this question by you because you were one of the first people that brought this up about maybe trading Jazz Chisholm and doing something along the lines of a move like that.
Yeah.
If you got a Nico Hoerner, would you just simply say, just put him at shortstop, keep the pop with Jazz, or would you say put him at his best position, which is no doubt about it, second base, and we can go ahead and move Jazz because at the end of the day, Jazz got 1 year left. Nico is going to be controlled for a couple of years. We got a second baseman going forward. Why do we got to play games here? Maybe we get something really nice for Jazz.
So it's I feel like people are going to be like, he's flip-flopping here because when I talk about Bo Bichette, I always say sign Bo Bichette, trade Jazz Chisholm, and that's kind of how you go that way. If you trade for Nico Hoerner, I'm really interested to see what Nico and Jazz up the middle looks like. I don't know what it is. And people are going to be like, you're flip-flopping, Francis. You're like,
no, you're not. You know why? Circumstances is different.
That's what I'm saying. It's different. It's different to me. Even though we're talking about right-handed hitting infielders or whatever, to me, Nico gives you that opportunity because he is very good defensively. You can actually envision him. Like, I don't envision Bo Bichette playing shortstop. Like, even if the Yankees went out and signed Bo Bichette tomorrow, I'm telling you, it's going to be a tough sell. Somebody telling me he's going to play shortstop for unless something crazy happens. I just don't see Bo Bichette playing shortstop for the Yankees. I don't. Now, Nico Hoerner, we're talking something completely different. And I'm sorry, but if you make that trade, you kind of got to give it that old college try with him and Jazz up the middle and see if that can't help you break through and finally get over the hump. You've been talking about run prevention and getting better defensively for how many years now? Well,
a long time.
Boy, that would be one hell of an option to I mean, you're talking about up the middle now. You got Wells at catcher, Nico at short, Jazz at second, Trent or Cody in center, just depending how they're running it out on that particular day. I mean, what do we talk? When you talk about the championship teams being strong up the middle, that's pretty damn strong up the middle.
Yeah, and look, a guy like Nico gives you a lot of what you felt this team desperately needs.
Missed.
You know what I mean? No doubt about it. Top of the order type bat, very good. He also adds additional speed to this club. This team could be a very different offense, and it's something we've talked about a lot. The Yankees have to go ahead and give up on this idea of the 220 hitters and long ball after long ball after long ball. It doesn't work that way. A-Rod, who I think is one of the smartest minds in baseball, said, look, you can't have those guys in your lineup up and down the order and expect to win a World Series. Like it makes it a lot more difficult. But a guy like Nico Hoerner, who we've talked about on this channel now for a couple of years, and remember last offseason, it was the rumor, Nico Hoerner, go after him. Now, they get a guy like Bregman, maybe they move him. There's rumors they may not move him. So we'll see what happens. It's kind of up in the air right now, but he's going to also cost a lot. This is not going to be a guy that, a lot of Yankee fans out there are quick to say, don't trade ERC, don't trade this guy, don't trade that guy. Well, what do you think the Cubs are going to ask for?
You kind of have to in that situation.
You have to. The Cubs aren't going to sit back and go, hey, look, man, we're trading a 28-year-old that is a really, really good player. We know for a fact he fits you guys well. Yep. You gotta go ahead and really just give us what we want because we don't have to deal this guy. So if you guys are coming to the table half-assed, well, wait.
I wanted to bring this point as well too, because you get a lot of people who speak about the Yankee tax, right, Pete? And you hear this, well, that's the thing with the Yankees and trades. You always got to be careful because, other teams always ask for more from the Yankees. When you talk about Nico Hoerner, the one thing that kind of gives you a little bit of like a sigh of relief is that that these are two teams that have done business in the past and good business. Cashman has a very good relationship. With the office over there. We saw it just as recently as the Cody Bellinger deal where we thought that was highway robbery. So I feel like, yes, while at the same time, Peter's 100% right. It is going to cost, and it's going to cost a lot. I don't think it's going to be an unfair cost, right? I don't think it's going to be a situation where, like last year with Kyle Tucker and the Astros, where it's like we were hearing, rumors. It was never really confirmed officially, but there were strong rumors out there that they were asking for a lot more from the Yankees than what they ultimately ended up getting to trade Tucker to the Cubs. This wouldn't be a situation like that. That the Cubs would speak and operate in good faith. So that's why this to me seems like something that I actually think could have legs. But the question is, do the Yankees operate in good faith? And that aspect of it means, are you going to that table knowing and being willing to discuss an ERC, to discuss a Lagrange, to discuss a Spencer Jones? If that's,
I was about to say, if I'm the Cubs, Spencer Jones, the guy I wanted that deal.
Yeah, I'm
playing in Wrigley, smaller outfield, very good defense, a lot of power. Yeah, the strikeout numbers are obviously going to be there, but the guy could hit fly balls to left field that are just going to go out.
And he's also going to be given a lot of grace in Chicago.
That's right.
Not like New York.
From New York. Yeah, definitely.
Not like New York. If he starts slow, you don't worry about it. Him being young and being a kid, the fans are going to be behind him the whole way.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Rich Squire says, is it me or does it seem, with a couple of exceptions, that all the GMs are shying away from the high-ticket free agents due to the pending lockout and the possibility of a salary cap? It's something we talked about here. It does feel a little different this offseason. I mean, I don't remember an offseason across the board this boring, when there really hasn't been active trades. There hasn't been a lot of large signings early on. It's really been slow. I mean, you look at the names that are still out there, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, we always talk about the high-value guys, the big names that are still out there and still available. But then you forget about the Zach Gallens and a lot of those other guys that are good players, and they don't have a team yet. And it's, almost, what's the second week of January already? I mean, time is flying. So, and a lot of these guys are still kind of just chilling out there. As Ken Rogers says, listen, I know we have to address rumors, but with that, the Yanks have done so far this offseason, how can we take anything seriously? Agreed. I mean, but all you can do is address rumors, right? You're not in the room. You don't know necessarily what is real, but you can sometimes put two and two together. And this is one of those situations where I could see Nico Hoerner being traded by the Cubs. It does make a bit of sense. And like Francis said before, I would actually like to see the up the middle of Jazz on this team along with Nico Hoerner. Now, does that mean the Yankees bring back Bellinger also? And now you're looking at a very, very different lineup overall, because, I'll pull this up right here real quick. And this is what the current team is. So just think about this for a second as you pause this. If you add in a Nico Hoerner and you add in, let's say, not a Bichette, excuse me, you add in a Nico Hoerner and maybe Cody Bellinger. If that's the case, you're looking at a very, very different team. I mean, you really are. You're looking at a way, way, way different ball club.
Not just different, but improved, which is what we're asking for, right? We're not, we've gotten, we've gotten some unfair, I think, criticism over the years about, not being realistic and stuff like that, when we're probably one of the more realistic outlets out there.
Easy.
When you talk about asking for the team to improve, that's what we're asking for. And when you talk about the possibility of adding a Nico Hoerner, getting that much better up the middle, and still ending up retaining a guy like Cody Bellinger, yeah, you've improved. I mean, sometimes it's addition by subtraction. Sometimes it's addition by addition, though. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I think that's kind of what we're looking for as fans. I mean, listen, the other aspect, and this is probably my last thing with the Nico Hoerner thing, but the other aspect that I really like about a Nico Hoerner trade and maintaining Nico and Jazz up the middle, right, for 2026. The Super Chat alluded to this. A lot of teams are a little skittish about the fact that they don't know what's going to happen 2027 and beyond, right? We don't know. Yankees don't know. No one knows. Well, the beauty of that is Jazz is a free agent after this season, and so is Nico Hoerner. So you're not committing to anything long-term. Literally, long-term, your entire infield can be remade after the next CBA if need be. You can let Jazz walk. You can let Hoerner walk. You can tell Volpe he's lost the job completely. You have one more year of McMahon after that, and so he's pretty much on his way out the door. I mean, you could decide that Ben Rice is the first baseman of the future, locked in, or he's not the guy. Like, you literally would have no ties anywhere for premium infield positions. no money committed. It gives the Yankees a level of flexibility that not a lot of teams are going to have. And that is why so many teams have kind of been a little bit standoffish, because it's true. If you really lock in this offseason and then they go and make severe changes going into 2027, you're hamstrung, because now what do? They made all these changes and you kind of set yourself up with these big contracts and these heavy weights going on you financially moving forward. Now you can't move as freely or flexibly.
Yeah.
But if the Yankees are able to pull off a move like that, and some people say, yeah, Francis, but that also entails a hit to the prospect department. Yes, it does. It does. But
yeah, but you got to do something.
I mean, listen.
I mean, it's a win now team. This is not a team that's willing to, we got to win in 2030.
And no, Pete, there's no better argument than one that's there's no better argument than one that has been made time and time again, especially here at the U.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge's window. There are no two ways about it, ladies and gentlemen. None of us want to speak about this, but the truth is the truth. He's going to be playing in his age 34 season in 2026.
Yep, that's right. Garrett Cole coming back from Tommy John. So
exactly. Rodon is not a spring chicken anymore. Fried, we didn't sign him as the youngest guy either. Look, time is a ticking. Like, I love the idea of ERC. I love the idea of Lagrange. I love the idea of Spencer Jones. I love the ideas. But are they going to contribute to us getting a World Series championship in 2026? Has to be the question when you're talking about a deal for Nico Hoerner, because the only thing guaranteed is the one season. Just like what we said with Juan Soto.
That's right.
Everybody that we traded in the Soto deal, look, at the end of the day, did we say, listen, is this guy going to help us more than Juan Soto in 2024? That was really the questions being asked. And as good as Michael King was, the answer was no. So you traded him. You traded him. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. If it gets to that point, I think this is a deal that you really have to consider to the Yankees, if you're the Yankees, because it gives you so much flexibility in a world of unknowns with that CBA looming.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I want to touch on something else that you kind of brought up earlier, and I think is a great point. And hopefully it's something that Yankee fans out there that listen to this show and in general start pushing a little more and talking about more. Tim, my guy, says, Pete, that lineup you keep showing is a murderer's row. Because if I have to watch that for 162 games, it's going to kill me. Great comment.
That was
great
good.
comment. If I got to call it for 162 games, yeah. All right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to talk about that, but let's play a little game of hypotheticals here. Let's have a little fun. Folks.
Oh, I like game.
Everybody ready? Shake your shoulders out, folks. Get prepared. Move loose around a little bit. Get loose a little bit. Hey, yo.
Let it loose.
There it is.
Remember when
Get loose, baby. Get loose.
Dom was like, I'm letting it loose.
Besides, we like a tight box. All right? Pablo, my guy, says, you prefer Hoerner over Bo. No, I'm sorry. I'm still Bo over Hoerner all day. I don't care about defense.
Yeah, that's a different.
Bo is too good of a hitter. And the high hitting on all with runners in scoring position means a ton. He's not there's nowhere, they're not comparable as the same hitter. Bo is by far a superior hitter.
Yeah.
Than Nico. I think Hirsch actually said earlier, which is very, very good. He said Nico Hoerner is kind of a poor man's Bo Bichette.
That's fair. I'm not mad at that.
No, it doesn't bother. Like hitting wise, specifically hitting.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I don't think that's far off whatsoever. But I want to let's play a game, chat. You guys are with me. You guys have listened to me. Oh, Bo Light. There it is. Bo Light is what he said. That's the right term to use. Bo Light. I agree with that. Let's play a little game here, folks. You guys have been with us all off season. You've heard me say this so many damn times. The reason why I could give you a little bit of hope on the off season is because everybody is still out there. Let's play a fun little game here and say, let's say the Yankees trade. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if they give up. Let's just say, I don't know. They give up ERC and a few others, and they get Nico Hoerner here. And the Yankees announced that Nico's going to play shortstop. We're going to, we're keeping Jazz. He's going to be the shortstop. We really like this infield. Bada bing, bada boom. Defense is better across the board. We're happy. Okay, wonderful. They are, once again, Francis, they have a wide open lane to somehow wait this long and come out with an A+ offseason. Well, how do they do that? If you get Nico and you sign Bellinger or you sign Tucker, your offense is greatly improved. and you're a better balance and better overall offense. But what it then also allows you to do, you got those outfielders. You got those outfielders that you can call around and go, hey, look, man, let me try to find a sneaky trade here. Let me try to find a sneaky trade for maybe a starter and a reliever and then maybe package them or something along the lines.
I like the way
and now you're waiting till January 11th or whatever date it might be that this deal happens, and you look around and go, damn, they pulled it off. When does spring training start? Because I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Yeah, possibly contending back to the World Series. I agree. And as BDMK Macho says, I have no faith in Trash Can. But Francis, I throw that back at you because, again, are we being unrealistic here?
No, not even a little bit. This is not Tucker, Bo, and all that kind of stuff. We're not doing that. We're not saying sign Tucker, sign Bo, sign Ema. We're not there. We're not doing that. This is it easy by any stretch? No, we're not saying it's easy.
Yeah.
It's not. Pete said it. A deal for Nico Hoerner is going to cost, and it's a deal that's going to have to be, negotiated well. I would imagine that if the Cubs are taking calls on Nico Hoerner, the Yankees will not be the only suitor. There are going to be other people interested because he is a very, very solid baseball player. So wouldn't be easy by any stretch. Even if that's done, right? You've already seen the situation with Cody Bellinger. The Yankees have pretty much been negotiating alone when the Cody Bellinger sweepstakes, regardless of the stories that are out there and all these people saying, well, the Dodgers and the Mets or the whatever.
Oh, please.
The only teams you actually have heard engaged and putting offers has been the New York Yankees. Confirmed offer, the New York Yankees, the only people so far. And yet it still hasn't gotten done, which leads me to believe Cody Bellinger re-signing also won't be that easy. We're not saying it's easy. We know it's going to be difficult, but that doesn't make it unrealistic. And when you start speaking about that finishing move, because that's essentially what we're talking here when we get to that third move.
Yeah.
Trade for Hoerner, you re-sign Belly, and then it's just the one finisher that changes every fan's outlook on 2026. Because right now, if we're honest, none of us are looking at the New York Yankees as the AL East division winners in 2026.
Hell no. Now, if you are, honestly, you're bullshitting yourself.
I mean, God.
And we're never gonna tell anybody how to fan. So if you want to be the overly optimistic fan, by all means, go ahead. But I think it's fair for everybody to say, even if you felt they could do it, because anything can happen in baseball, we know that.
Of course.
They're not giving themselves the best chance to win.
Not right now. It doesn't feel
that's fair to say
at all. Right now, it doesn't feel like that at all. Now, if you're talking, look, here's the thing. If Cody's already up there at 37, 38, right? And you're talking about, look, this number is outrageous. And you trade for a guy like Hoerner, and Hal Steinbrenner changes his mind because he's done it in the past, right? Michael K just spoke about this week. Shouts out to him. He said, listen, it's not something that's out of the realm of possibility that Steinbrenner changes his mind late in the offseason and says, look, you know what? This guy's still out there. Give a call, see what happens. If we can make it happen, let's do it. I'm talking about your Kyle Tucker in that situation. If you're if you have to consider 37, 38 million for Bellinger, then why even continue that conversation there? If you're already up thinking about that number, then you should be thinking about Kyle Tucker, because
you can sign. I mean, you can sign. You'd be very okay with saying here's an 8-year deal.
Yeah. And if the number is up there at 37, 38, well, then that's what it is. If that's the number you got to consider for Cody Bellinger, then you sure as shit consider it for Kyle Tucker. Now you're talking about, I mean, that's just fantasy land, right? And now I'm saying fantasy land because as of right now, I don't see how Steinbrenner changing his mind. But I mean,
that's what pisses me off, man.
Tell me about it.
Anytime I hear that,
Kyle Tucker's literally just out there in the wind.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, he's legitimately right there, and it's like, when you talk about what we were just saying, you're legitimately talking about a trade, and then you're talking about signing. Like, really, we're just saying sign one guy. Like, sign one of these big deals and then go ahead and make some deals on the trade side. But we're not saying that those have to also come back with a lot of salary, a lot of money coming back in those deals. But the Yankees are legitimately on the verge of still having a very, very good offseason. It's just that you actually have to get it done. And like you said, a guy like Kyle Tucker does just about every damn thing. I mean, the guy could hit. He's a lefty bat. He gets on base. He can play defense. He does all of that.
Good speed, right? For
Good
his
speed,
size.
25 stolen bags last year, typically guaranteed 20 plus. I mean, him and Hoerner together. I mean, come on, there's nobody here that's saying give me Bellinger and Hoerner instead of give me Hoerner and Tucker.
No.
I mean, everybody would say give me Hoerner and Tucker. Now we don't know. We don't know what Tucker's preference is either. We have no idea. We barely even know what his market is.
And look, dude, if they decide, I mean, it'd be a lot. You're talking about a lot at this point. But if they were able to swing that trade for Hoerner, and then now you still got, Louis Heel in the fold, and you're able to entice Milwaukee for a Louis Heel to open that conversation about Peralta, forget about it. I mean, literally, forget about it. They want MLB ready pitching, right?
We have it.
We have it. We have it. And you talk about upside. I mean, upside galore.
Get McGill in that deal too.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you look at Louis Hill. I've seen some people say some things about Louis Hill recently that I'm just like, all right, like,
what
listen,
have you done for me now? Baseball's a game like that, man.
Yeah,
forget about the talent that's there.
I understand, like, he's had some rough ones, and there was a little bit of a slight regression, but I mean, let's not forget, he was the rookie of the year 1 year ago. And last year, he showed flashes of having the same exact stuff. The lively fastball, the nasty breaking stuff. The command, is it still an issue? Is he still walking guys he shouldn't be walking? Yes. He's also very freaking young, guys. This is what happens with young pitchers, all right? Everybody's not going to be Paul Skeens. That's why you look at Paul Skeens the way that we do. He's an anomaly. He's a freaking alien, this guy. Like,
Francis, I say it all the time. Based off statistics, he's the greatest pitcher of all time. To start his career, he's the greatest pitcher of all time that baseball's ever seen.
You can't argue.
And if you want to fact check that and all that, have fun, because I actually believe in the modern era, he has like the best ERA ever to start a career.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a guy that doesn't grow on trees here. Like, this is a one of a kind type player.
And let's be real. Look, man, like, I look at a guy like Tariq Skubal, right? Tariq Skubal didn't start pitching 2 years ago. But a lot of people weren't familiar with him until about 2 years ago. Why? Tariq Skubal came up and he had his struggles. All right. Tariq Skubal came up and got knocked around a little bit, with giving up a lot of home runs, getting, beat up, missing a lot. And the stuff was there. The upside was there. But I mean, I feel like if he was coming up on the Yankees, people would have been like, oh, this guy, whatever. It's kind of like the Nathan Eovaldi stuff, where we had Eovaldi. Right. People forget that Eovaldi was in our system, and people were like, I don't know about this guy, whatever. I mean, even the Yankees themselves were like, they gave up. And then look what happened. Then look what happened. I mean, now injuries have kind of gotten the better of him. But I mean, how many good years in Boston? How about that year in Texas? I mean, Eovaldi ended up being really freaking good.
Yeah.
Would that shock anybody if Louis Hill was another one of those guys that in his age 29 season or age 30 season was flirting with a Cy Young? It wouldn't shock me. He got his stuff.
We seen it. It wasn't that long ago.
And if you don't want to take my word for it or Pete's word for it, how about Garrett Cole? Do you trust Garrett Cole?
Yeah.
Do you think Garrett Cole knows about pitching? Because we're only a year removed from Garrett Cole saying that this kid has some of the best raw stuff that he'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Just saying, man.
Yeah. No, he's that type of guy. Baseball and sports in general is an unforgiving game. It's really, what have you done for me now? People tend to forget about how good he was. And he had even stretches this year when he looked good. I mean, there was games. Yeah, of course, there was ups and downs. Coming back from injuries, the command was a bit ugly at times. But you can't forget that this is a good player. There's no denying that. My guy, Brother Natural, says, Francis, what kind of glasses are those?
These are, it's interesting. They're like shades, but they also block blue light. So when we're shooting or streaming in the nighttime, I have like 4 different pairs of them, different colors. I like to wear them because it helps, because I have a really bright light in front of me so that the lighting and the camera looks good. But sometimes it's harsh on my eyes. So I figured this out and it works. Most people just think they're sunglasses, so I rock with them.
Maybe that's what I got to do. Maybe that's why I can't see all these lighting in my face. And
Do you get headaches?
Not really.
Yeah, and I was getting this like weird head towards the end of the season in the year, like this weird headache that felt like it was at the back of my eyes. And I looked it up and they were like, yeah, it's probably like screen stuff. And because office work, you're on the computer, at home you're on the laptop.
You know I gotta say about that?
Big light.
You know I gotta say about that? Son of a bitch.
But hey,
Felix Nunez.
But they got
our guy. Go ahead.
No. I'm saying when they got things like this, hey, you good.
Maybe they didn't go up there and tell you. Would you guys give him $200 million for 260, 320, 450, 23 home runs. I'm assuming you're talking about Bellinger?
He has to be talking about
You
Bellinger.
got to be talking about Belly, right? 200 million? Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about Bellinger in that regard. Here's my thing with Bellinger, man. I like the player. I've always said that I would love Bellinger on a short-term deal. He is talking about Bellinger. I love him on a short-term deal. I don't know if I go to 200. Like, he's just not one of those guys that I really sit there and go, I'm comfortable, and it's not my money, but we're talking about the Yankees in general. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that, man. That to me is a tough deal. Now, look, let me ask you a question. What if they gave Bellinger $30 million a year, but it's 3 years?
Oh, I love it. It's 3 years?
I knew we'd be on the same page on that because I feel exactly the same way.
It's 3 years. It's 3 years. I'm not mad at that. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna cry about $90 million? Not even $100 million? No. Like you just said, it's not our money. The Yankees can afford it. They'll survive.
Yeah. Well, Jeff J is calling Francis out here. Most blue light glasses are orange or red, my bro.
Not all of them.
Fred said, I promise you, not these ones.
I promise you. Yeah.
Not these ones. Most of them are, but not these ones. As Jira says, the key word there is most, not all. All right. Most, not all. Yeah. Okay.
No, but I love Jeff J because he's just
he's a good guy.
He's just looking out.
He's looking out. What are you gonna do? But again, man, it's a very, very strange offseason. It's a very, very weird offseason for the Yankees. It's a weird offseason across the board in Major League Baseball, but we still have a lane.
Yeah,
we legitimately still have a lane. There's a possibility.
We got a shot.
We got a shot. We got a shot to actually sit here and have a live chat where we're going, damn, I'm pumped. I'm hype. I'm excited. I'm ready for the season to begin because the Yankees are going to be a really good team. But they got to actually go ahead and do it. And, out of all those guys, I still think it's probably pretty fair to say that Bellinger seems to be the most realistic. If the Yankees were to get any of those guys, it just seems like it's still Bellinger, even though Buster only says they're working right now in a way that he's not coming back and they're going to go ahead and move on. Yeah. I don't friggin' know, man, at this point. Like, you're going to move on, but who are you going to move on to? Like, we hear the rumors about Bichette. We hear the rumors about Kyle Tucker. Does anybody really feel comfortable or confident in any way that the Yankees are going to sign Kyle Tucker?
I don't know how you
I just don't.
I don't know how you could. I mean, listen, should is a very different thing, okay? Should is a very different thing. We can talk till we're blue in the face about why the Yankees should have been in on Tucker way before they even considered Bellinger back. We can make the argument till we're blue in the face why they should have been in on Bo Bichette. Should is a very different world than the one that we live in.
Correct.
And the one that we live in tells us that chances are it's not happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as I want to sit here and say, hey, man, I think Tucker could be a real possibility. I think they could really make that pivot. Hey, I think Bo Bichette could really end up in the pinstripes. I can't lie to you guys like that. I can't do it. I wish I could. I can't. I don't see it. Now, believe it or not, if I had to pick, if you told me, hey, Francis, you got to pick, what's more realistic to you? Bo Bichette, Nico Hoerner? Nico Hoerner, 1,000%. What's more realistic?
Oh, I agree.
Bellinger, Tucker, Bellinger. Like, it's just, yes, I still think, even with the report from Buster, I still think the Bellinger reunion is a possibility.
I don't think anybody. Yeah, I think everybody feels that way. That there was I forgot one of the beat writers said today that he still feels like there's not really a market for Bellinger and they're trying their hardest to get this type of deal, but they don't believe they are, and it's could potentially fall back to the Yankees now. Again, Brian Cashman got a lot more. Brian Cashman and I guess Hal Steinbrenner could throw in there. They have a lot more patience than I do because, again, going back to what I said earlier, I offer $30 million and you say no. We don't have a conversation here because I feel like we went way too high as it is, and we're coming in good faith here, and you guys kind of shut that down and say we want $7 million more a year. Yeah, no, you're bananas. You're absolutely nuts. Like, go ahead. Don't even call us. Don't contact us back. We'll figure something out because, I know a lot of people don't like hearing this because we've been big defenders of Jason Dominguez, and we agree that Jason Dominguez has to show something. There's no denying that. I think there's a lot of stuff. I think people also, too, give him a bit of a hard time for last year. He's a guy who never played every single day. gets a chance as much as he can. And he didn't have a horrific season offensively. I mean, against right-handed pitching was actually pretty damn good. Yep. The lefty side took him a little while to come around. The defense did get better. Is it average? No. But it did. You did see a little improvement there for a very young player. And you see the dynamic ability of what he has. So for me, if you got a Hoerner, you trade for a starter. And even if Dominguez, they say, I'm going to give him a shot. Or you bring in an Austin Hayes, and you say that's going to be a platoon in left field. You know, a lot of you are going to say, Pete, you sounding like a sucker here, man. But I'm not going to rip my eyes out and be super angry about that. Is it the best thing the Yankees can do? No. Do I think that makes them a better team than the Blue Jays? No, I don't. But shit, it's better than this idea of we're going to run it back with the same thing we had last year. And we're going to be somehow a better team. I don't buy it.
It's a better idea of them platooning Jones and Dominguez and left.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Much as we want, as much as we champion giving the kids a chance, letting them run out there and get playing time, I don't think that that's the move for 2026. Love Jason Dominguez and would love to see Spencer Jones get his shot. I think he's earned it. You know, put up the numbers he did last year, 35 home runs. Looks like, it looks the part. Looks like he's ready. I think there will still be struggles at the major league level, but deserves his shot. I don't know if platooning him and Dominguez and left is the answer, though. No, I don't think that's it. Think so. I tell you, if it was Austin Hayes and Jason Dominguez, like you said, is it the best thing they could do? No. But Pete, is it the worst that it could be either? No. And I think that's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you're at the point in the offseason where the Yankees haven't done much. You're kind of just holding on to hope that it's not the worst case scenario at this point.
Now, for an example, here's where we draw the line. If they go out there and say, we miss everybody, but we bring in Austin Hayes, the platoon in left field, and we think we're a better team, now you got a problem. Now you got a problem because now you're like, come on, guys. Like, come on, man.
But they would, and that's the issue. It's not so much the actual moves, it's how they market it to us. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to just say like it was a peripheral fringe move. No, they're going to talk about how much they liked him and how they pursued him because they really felt strongly that him and Dominguez platooning is going to be a really good thing. Like they'll speak about it as if like this was like the plan all along, like they were really into this the whole time. And it's like, guys, like that was my biggest issue with the Trent Grisham stuff. It's not so much about Grisham the player. It's a lot about the optics and about how they speak and how many lies come out of their mouth when they speak to us.
Trent Grisham last year is one of the luckiest hitters in baseball.
I mean,
I'm not a fan of that, but it is a new age thing. You know what I mean? So you can't hide with that.
No, but they ignore that. You see see narratives? You see how narratives work, my brother?
That's why I said that, right? Because if you're going to talk about it with everybody.
With everybody.
And he was one of the now on the same club, Ben Rice, one of the most unlucky hitters. And you can see it when you watch it. But you can also see it when you watch it with Trent Grisham. And that's what we talk about. That's the type of stuff that we're talking about. It's like you could see it.
That's the point right there. You look at Ben Rice and a Ben Rice at bat could finish in and out, and a Trent Grisham at bat can finish in and out. And somehow, 7 times out of 10, you felt a lot better about the Ben Rice at bat. It is what it is. People will tell you the eye test doesn't work. It doesn't matter. It's not real. It's not whatever. Okay,
yeah, of course
fine. That's fine. You believe what you want. We say it all the time. Fan how you want to fan. But then don't attack me for saying that I don't have little to no belief that Trent Grisham is going to repeat what he did in 2025. I'm sorry. It's baseball. Could it happen? Yes, it could. Yeah. It could. Right. I'm not putting stock in that. And damn sure wasn't on a camp of giving $22 million of stock in that.
Hell no. Now that, I'll be honest, I don't think many people truly are. Like, you might try to front and hide about it, but nobody's excited about Trent Grisham getting $22 million. Like, that's absolutely bananas. Brother Natural, my guy, the one, the only Brother Natural of the name. The 10+ contracts that are not worth it anymore, these deals don't age well unless you are signing a player in his early to mid 20s. He means, I guess, the 10+ years on certain deals. But I don't think anybody's going to really get 10+ that is available right now. I don't really see a guy like Tucker getting $10 million. He's probably the only guy that might be able to. But I don't think he does. I think Tucker probably gets a 7 or 8 year deal.
Maybe 9.
Maybe 9. Bichette probably gets 5 or 6. Maybe 7 potentially. Cody Bellinger gets 7. Scott Boras is obviously the greatest agent in the history of America, and he probably is. But I mean, for him to get that from a team, hopefully it's not the Yankees. And I just say that because, a a lot of times I say, guys, I worry about the upcoming season, but there are certain deals that you got to look at and go, gut feeling is this is stupid. Like gut feeling immediately tells me this is a dumb, stupid move. Like you can't give the guy $30-something million over a spread of 70 years plus. That's insane. That's nuts. It just doesn't make sense.
That and Grisham in the same offseason would be kind of crazy. Like,
it would be nuts.
Could you imagine like
nuts.
giving Grisham $22 million for next season and paying Cody 37 or 38 AAV in the same offseason?
Bananas.
Oh no. Coupled with Hal Steinbrenner saying he wanted to lower payroll.
Yeah, exactly. And those are the guy. Again, it goes back to sometimes you got Hal, brother. Kind of got to look at who's spending your money at that point, because anybody could put that together. That something's a little off here. Connor O'Neill, my guy, says, "What up, Pete? What up, Francis and NYU fam? And most importantly, Lil Minetti. Pete, congrats on your 49ers. God bless everyone. Have a great, great week. We appreciate you, brother. You are the man." Jeff J's continuing on with the glasses. Orange/red blocks more blue, but it's your money. Indeed it is. As for the Yankees money, offer Belly $50 million for 1 year. Offer Tucker the same deal. Sign Bo to a long-term deal. We are running out of time with Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole. That's a bit wild there, Jeff. I got to be honest. For a guy who talks much, about spending money and the Yankees spending money and being smart about spending money and this and that and all that, that, my friend, is bananas.
Yeah, I don't know.
$50 million and first of all, why would they do a $50 million 1 year deal?
I mean,
it's going to get spread. You're going to get guaranteed to get.
Why would the player sign that?
That's what I'm saying. Why would a player who, it's not like they don't have no offer whatsoever. We know the Yankees have already offered more than that.
Yeah.
So I don't, like, for me personally, I get where you're getting at. I honestly, I'd almost rather you just say, sign all three of those guys. You got the money.
This year's
I'd rather you say that, but yeah, I don't understand 1 year, $50 million a pop. That's a bit wild.
This year's scary for that too, Pete, because this is kind of well, let me say this first and then go there. This year's scary for that too, because if you take a 1 year deal like that, you're willingly going into next offseason. You're putting yourself into next offseason. And word around the league right now is that the players who are already slated to be free agents next offseason are actually trying to get ahead of negotiations this offseason. And that's been another thing that's kind of muddied the waters, that you have players who aren't even really eligible to be negotiating, actually trying to get ahead of it because they're afraid of the impending lockout and what's going to happen. They're like, look, man, if I can swing an extension this year, maybe it might not be the most lucrative. It might not be the best thing, but I probably should take a shot at it, because if you take a 1 year deal this year and you're willingly going into free agency next year, who knows how long you're going to be out there waiting for a deal. You might not sign until after the teams finish that lockout. And guess what? You might sign at that point, another 1 year deal, because you're just trying to get somewhere so that you can play and get strapped up and ready to go to play the season. So
strapped up. Hey, yo. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as it came out, I was just I was like, yo, I hope he misses that. I hope he misses that. And for the record, I got the orange ones too. I got the orange ones too. I tell you, I got four colors over here. I went with the blue ones today because I thought it matched better.
Got no discrimination. All the colors.
No.
Man.
I got all
the colors.
I got all the flavors, man. You see, I gotta take care. I gotta take care of the eyes. Be good. You know what I'm saying? Because now I gotta be a little bit more sharp. You know, I got my own tribe over here, but now I got the God Sonny, okay? And I gotta have the eyes ready for him. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have the eyes ready for him. Gotta be teach him the curveball. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward.
That's right.
But the other thing I was gonna say is, bro, that was kind of my argument with the Trent Grisham stuff. And people, I don't know if everybody got it, but people saying like, yo, he unlocked something with the Yankees and all that. I'm like, well, maybe. But I don't know that he believes that. And the reason I say that I don't know that he believes that is because he took the 1 year deal.
He took the deal. He could have opted out and said, I want to stay with the Yankees, but I want a 2 year deal.
I want to or
a 2 or 3 year deal, whatever it might be.
If you truly believe that you are the guy that the numbers said you were in 2025, then you and your agent are going out there probably asking for 3 or 4.
That's right. And
3 or
you
4
could even, you
years.
could even go to the Yankees and go, look, I'm opting out of this, but we're very interested in returning. We want to be, love to be a long-term or just to know where I'm going to be the next couple of years. I agree with you. 100%.
And it wouldn't have shocked anybody because obviously he could have said to the Yankees, listen, I know that you guys have good intent for me because you literally put a qualifying offer on the table that would have paid me $22 million in 2026. So as soon as I become an official free agent, I'm willing to engage with you guys in talks first for a multi-year deal. Now I'm probably going to engage with other teams and run my market, as far as I can, but I'll give you guys first right of refusal because obviously I got a good relationship with Judge. You guys seem to want me back. It seems to be a place where I'm comfortable. I'll give you guys first right of refusal. Whatever deal I get, I'll bring it back to you guys. If you guys match it, we'll make it work. If you believed that you really were that guy. Now, the truth of the matter is people are going to say, but 22 million, how you walk away from that? Well, if you really believe that you're that guy.
Right.
Remember, before Aaron Judge signed his deal, he walked away from a pretty decent contract offer from the New York Yankees. On opening day. Okay.
That's right.
Pete covered it opening the game.
Oh, I covered it, baby.
Opening the game on opening day.
I cover it good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this happened and Judge bet on himself. And I get it. People can say it's Aaron Judge. Yeah, I get it. Aaron Judge is not the first player to bet on himself. He sure as shit won't be the last. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely not. Rocket Man, our guy. Today, we're a little happy that we might have a chance of Tucker or Bichette, but tomorrow comes the buzzkill, a.k.a. Jack Curry. And they'll say no to all that. To be fair to Curry, he has been on. He has been on point. I mean, he hasn't really lied to us, right? It's kind of happened with what he said would happen. He said, there's really no interest there in Imai, and it's not real. He don't believe it, and he was right about that. The Yankees had really no intentions whatsoever, it seemed like, to bring Imai in, which could be a major mistake. Something we could look back in a few years and go, damn, what a miss. Not only for the Yankees, but for a lot of people. Our guy Slim Lewis says, just bought tickets to see Yankees at Brewers on Friday, May 8th. I plan on wearing my Babe Ruth jersey. Go Yankees. I mean, Babe Ruth might be the best jersey to go with at this point. Unless it's Judge. I mean,
I'll tell you right now, that's an interesting conversation. There's a handful of jerseys that I'm like, I feel confident in wearing. Like Judge, obviously number one. Ben Rice, I think that 22 jersey still looks good. 54 Max Fried.
We just had a guy named DJ Steels join the U. Interesting. Go ahead. Sorry.
What the heck is going on right now?
Love you, brother. Love you, Steelio.
Welcome to the U, DJ.
Welcome to the U, brother. I don't know who he is. Apparently, he got his own sticker too. I don't know how he did that. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know if we can call him a day one anymore.
That's right. I don't know. This is day one for him.
This is the new day one.
Yeah. It's a new day.
It could be another DJ Steels who looks like the old one and also has a similar name.
Now, I tell you what, if his name was DJ Fields, that would be interesting. He does voicemail singing, but he sounds like the Isley Brothers.
Yeah, I heard DJ Fields did a lot of work for Diddy back in the day.
Damn, the Punisher. DJ Fields and the Punisher. Damn,
yeah, that's some
wild shit.
This is why we need the Yankees to get active and quick.
we do. But it's crazy again because I said it. I'll continue to say this the whole time until I can't say no more. And it's not about being a sucker. It's not about being like, all right, everybody, hold on, something good's gonna happen here.
Truth is truth.
Truth is truth, man. These guys aren't signed. You know what I mean? Again, Nico Hoerner, Bellinger, Tucker, you paired those two together. You go out there and make a trade for a pitcher, maybe a reliever involved in that. And yeah, you take a hit to the farm system, but man, why are we talking about the farm system like that? Like, if you got the Yankees have apparently come out and said, look, guys like Dax Kilby are not going to be available. Guys like George Lombard not available. They don't want to trade ERC. We understand that, but I've said this for many, many years now when it comes to prospects. I have no problem with the Yankees saying we want to hold on to this guy because we believe in him. I got no problem with that. But you got to be freaking open to dealing with other players. Like, the last couple of years, it really feels like the Yankees have just been like, oh, no, we like everybody. Like, you can't be that way. Like, you got to make some of these moves here. And if a Nico Hoerner, if they call up and go, okay, got to start with ERC, the Yankees can't sit there and be like, we don't have a conversation then. Like, you can't do that when you want to win. That's why people laugh at me when I say it. Pete Simonetti would be a lot more like Dave Dombrowski. I always have the moniker of Pete Dombrowski because, look, yeah, at the end of the day, would the Yankees have the same farm system after I'm done? No. But I guarantee you everybody here in this chat and every Yankee fan are going to sit there and go, I'm really excited to watch this team every day because they got a great chance to win.
Dude, I mean, look, the thing about the prospects too is as good as some of these guys are, right? And we know. Like ERC is one of those guys. I'm not gonna sit here and whatever. ERC is good, legit.
Yeah.
Right? But as good as he is as a prospect, there's also no guarantee. A couple years ago, right? All the talk was Jackson Holiday, and look what happened with him. Remember before that, all the talk was Anthony Volpe. The Yankees passed on a generational class of shortstops because they believed in Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe was what? The untouchable prospect. You remember? Yeah. Every deadline before that, leading up to that, oh, Anthony Volpe's untouchable. Oh, is Volpe available? Absolutely not. He's untouchable. No conversation, no talk. Jason Dominguez, remember that? Untouchable. No, he can't be had. We're not gonna hear it. Our ears are closed. La 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 la. We don't hear Jason Dominguez's name. We don't hear Anthony Volpe's name. Now what?
What gives? Let me ask everybody in the chat. What gives you any confidence in the Yankees handling these prospects correctly?
That's a really good question, brother.
And that's another thing. I mean, Francis just said it. Anthony Volpe was, the next great Yankee player. He's the next Aaron Judge type in the mold that he's going to come up from the system and be an all-star. We believe he's that type of player.
Dominguez was Mickey Mantle. Right? Dominguez was Mickey Mantle.
Dominguez was Mickey Mantle, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout.
And was he given a legit fair chance to say, let me see what your talent is? And Brian Cashman admits that to his credit. He wasn't given a chance that we thought he would get because other guys did well. And I respect him for saying that because it's not about devaluing him. It's about telling the truth. This is a guy who played every single day in his whole life. He never was ever told, hey, you got to sit the bench today for somebody. Like for Jason Dominguez, it's like, you guys know I'm like known as I was one of the top prospects in Major League Baseball. Now I'm sitting down every other day. Like I'm not used to this. And he did his thing. Ahmed Rosario talked about that unfortunately now he's in one of these type of roles that I kind of dealt with where you play every single day and then you're not playing every single day. How do you keep yourself prepared for that? So they kind of became the little group where they were on the bench cheerleading a little more. How do we help the team? Let's figure it out. And, that's probably one of the main reasons Ahmed Rosario's back is because how much the clubhouse liked him and what he meant in accepting that type of role and knowing what type of player he is and being able to be a leader to guys like Jason Dominguez and go, hey, you're 20s, you're in your early 20s, you're going to play baseball. Like, you're going to play baseball. This is a situation here, how it happened. We'll see what happens going forward. And if the Yankees get a Nico Hoerner, if they sign one of these outfielders, there's a chance Jason Dominguez is starting for another club maybe, and the Yankees get themselves better. And as much as I love a player like Jason Dominguez, I'll sit here and say it. I would accept that. I would accept that because I want to get better. I'm not a fan of a singular player. I'm a fan of the New York Yankees. That's it. I want that team to win. And if you got to surrender somebody like that and surrender multiple good prospects that a lot of people are excited about, you got to do it to become a better team. And the Yankees still have that opportunity.
Pete, I know we're about to move on because I see the super chat there, but just one quick thing when it comes to that. I always go back to the Chicago Cubs and I go back to that deadline where everybody they needed a closer. Like they had everything. They had everything, and everybody knew this team's gonna make a deep run. But if they don't have somebody to finish out these games, it's kind of like a non-starter in October. They're just not gonna get very far because they're gonna end up losing a lot of W's because they can't get the door closed. And when Chapman's name came up, you saw discourse out there saying, well, I mean, you can't trade Gleyber Torres for freaking a rental of a closer. I mean, it's not even a closer with control left where it's a rental of a closer. But what did the Cubs do? They made the trade. That's right. And they made the trade, even though it was a rental, and it ended up becoming the truest of rentals because that very offseason, Chapman returned to the Yankees, on a multi-year deal. So they ended up losing both Gleyber Torres and Chapman. But guess what they won that the Yankees didn't? The World Series. And I bet you if you ask Cubs fans and you ask the GM and you ask everybody if they would do that move again, they'd probably say yes 10 times out of 10.
Was Jim Hendry the GM then?
Don't get me to lie.
I don't remember well.
I feel like he would have been. Yeah, I feel like he was, but I can't say for certain.
Yeah, he may have been. Anybody want to fact check that in the chat? Please go right ahead. DJ Steele says, "What's up? First timer here. Congrats on the Niners beating the fraud Eagles. What can you guys say to fans like me, a first timer, on Yanks being good?" Well, right now, Steelio, they ain't gonna be that good. we got a lot of work to do there, a young man, and I appreciate you being a first time here at the U. We appreciate you.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome to the U, and I really hope to see a lot more of you, my friend. Rowdy says, at this point, Belly and Boris can blow 6 dongs with a mouthful of pop rocks. Martian / Judge in left, then get Bichette and maybe Freddie Peralta. Well, we've already kind of threw fire on the idea of putting both of those guys in left field. I don't like the idea of that. Jones and Dominguez. If anything, I would get a right-hander with Jason Dominguez if that's something you had to do. But Abe Becker says, sounds like Tucker is down to 3 suitors. Has that been reported by somebody that we've missed? Because I haven't seen really nothing on Tucker besides interest. That's all you ever hear about Tucker is teams are interested. There's interest here. There hasn't really been, true. Okay, he says, Tucker 3 suitors are the Blue Jays, the Dodgers, and the Mets. I think I did see something like that a week or so ago until we heard the Yankees' interest recently. But again, I don't know. Mets met with Tucker today, apparently, is what Becker's saying. He'd be a very good fit for the Mets, man. I mean, him and Soto in that lineup makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot, man. That makes a big, big difference. It's something I know the Mets need, but
and they got
guys,
right-hand balance with the trade for Simeon and then the addition of Polanco. So you don't have to, because some people, the initial worry would be, well, Lindor is better left-handed, Soto's lefty, and then Tucker's another lefty. But you kind of supplant that with Simeon and Polanco. Pretty strong lineup in Queens.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That would
be the case, yeah.
No doubt about it, a whole lot better. But guys, again, just to get ready to wrap up here and go ahead and give you a couple of quick updates. No All Rise tomorrow. We'll definitely try to get some All Rises going this week. We have another morning appointment tomorrow, and I got appointments basically throughout the day tomorrow. So tomorrow's a busy day. If there is news breaking in the afternoon or something like that, late at night, I'll go live. If it's something I miss, I will definitely be live tonight either way. But as always, guys, we got you covered. One more again real quickly because we are just about to sell out, and I'm sending all of these out tomorrow. I think we have 4 NYYU Custom Stanley Quenchers, the 40-ounce tumblers available. 4 left. Ladies and gentlemen, go and get yours right now. They are just about sold out yet again. Second restock of this item, and they're selling out. Guess what that means? I guess I got to get more of them, and maybe we'll do them a little differently. Maybe get the circle, this logo right here on those, and maybe a couple of different items. But I'll get some of those worked on soon and get them. But place your order today, guys. Orders go out immediately. Francis got one right in front of him. There it is, right there on the screen. Beautiful. Look at that thing. I should take a picture of that and post that as the picture on the website.
It's like when you watch The Price is Right and then the girl comes out.
Just hold it. Well, Francis, go ahead, man. Take us on out of here. And we'll wrap up this show, baby.
And gentlemen, boys and girls, make sure you like and subscribe to NYY Underground, the best in Yankees news and coverage. Also,
only getting better. 2026, huge.
Also, the best alternate broadcast in all the land, okay? Which is only going to be better.
That is fact. In 2026. And everything you're saying is fact.
Right. Now, if you're not following the Instagram, I don't know what you're doing, because the best place to stay up with all things NYYU is the IG, NYY Underground on Instagram. Make sure you go and you follow. That is where you're going to get a lot of the content that you see here, the short form content, the photos, the edits, everything, which is obviously championed by the one, the only MVP, La Comadre. Shouts out to her. So make sure you're following IG. And like always, man, it's 2026. A lot of people are sleeping. A lot of people are taking breaks, but we don't do that, okay? So keep it locked and stay tuned, because the next episode will, in fact, be the best episode.
And you guys know we will never come whack on a designated spitters track. Ninja Warrior, I love you, so I'm going to give you a second. He said he wanted to make a prediction real quick. I love this guy. It's my guy. He's very, very, very big supporter of the U. I want to see if he throws it in here really quick, unless I'm going to click it off. I'm ready to click it off. I'm going to click it. I'm going to click it. Come on, brother. Where you at?
Click it. He's coming.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got to go. I'll see you later. Oh, he got it. He got it. He got it right in time. He says, so here's what's going to happen, and I hope I'm right. We trade for Mackenzie Gore and sign Bobby. Who's Bobby? Bobby? Bobby. Maybe he probably meant, yeah, Belly was probably autocorrected. I agree. That's probably what it was. Mackenzie Gore and Belly. Yeah, wouldn't be it. All right. Yeah. Bo B. Oh, Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette is what he mean. Okay. NYY said Bobby Witt. Damn. Andrew, what's up, brother? Frank, what's up, guys? Appreciate you. Much love. Catch the replay. Go back and watch it over again. Peace out, guys. On the next time. Catch you later, baby.
We got it next. That's how you finesse. We come for they next. We come to collect. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone. They not a threat. Tell them reset. When they're at their best. We still not impressed. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Bought a watch with the stones, yeah. Caught them watching my throne, yeah. Ain't no one doing the shit that we doing. Ain't nobody moving.